glass, if you have ever touched anything like that metal doorknob, or in the gym, you'll have the parallel bars, and your patients are always going to tell you, oh, they're so cold. It's really not that they're cold, it's just that their body heat is so warm, and it's radiating down into the metal, and it feels cold to them. So that's just information that's out. Body temperature is in Fahrenheit or Celsius. I don't know Celsius. So humans are warm-blooded. We maintain our internal body temperature without regard to the outside environment. Optimal tissue, organ, system functions in a narrow temperature range. That was in that first aid. It talked a little bit about hypothermia and hyperthermia. And the surface skin temperature may vary with the environment. You have your core body temperature. It remains relatively constant. It changes with febrile illness, which just means that you have a fever. Febrile is feverish. Body heat produced in core is at your trunk, your viscera, and your brain.
Can you repeat the one after?
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you want us to write in after, what was after core body temperature, and then I missed what it was.
It remains relatively constant. It changes with febrile illness, which is the fevers. Body heat is produced in the core, the trunk, the viscera, and the brain. And it also is affected with exercise to heat, and the heat produced in the muscles. Okay, to normal values. The adult oral temperature is 96.8 degrees Fahrenheit to 99.3. Rectal temperature increases 1 degree Fahrenheit, and axillary temperature decreases 1 degree Fahrenheit. Factors affecting temperature: your age. We already discussed newborns. Their temperature can be unstable. As we age, it stabilizes, and then as we get old, it drops again. It drops. So under age, with the first dot, you want to write newborns are unstable, and then after the third dot, drops with aging. Okay. For the environment, you have extreme temperatures, you have poor thermoregulation with elderly and the infants. For the time of day, you have, it is the lowest between 1 and 4 a.m., highest between 4 and 6 p.m., and it differs by 2 degrees. Fourth is their physical activity. Of course, if you're running a marathon, your body core temperature is going to be increased. And 5 is stress increases the temperature. Physical and emotional stress. If you've ever had like an emotional outburst, crying, you know, you kind of know that you start sweating at the forehead. And then also the emotional status. So the first dot is physical and emotional, and the second dot is emotional status. And then 6 doesn't match what I have, but that's okay. 6 is an infection, and it increases. The temperature would increase with an infection, right? That's when you get febrile.
So that's what we put as the first dot.
Yeah.
Temperature increases.
Do you have more than one dot?
Just one. No. This one.